is day 38. So, yeah, so moving on, right? Um, Sorry about the black screen last night, guys. I was really busy and stuff, and, when I'm trying to juggle a relationship and YouTube and my other stuff in my life, so that's all you guys got was the black screen last night, but I'm still making an effort to put out these live streams. So, yeah. Yesterday, took a day off from the gym and stuff. I'm gonna just train on Sunday, but yeah, no, I mean, for today and stuff, I'm going to do what I can. Which means, get a bunch of training in. Gotta train back, legs, some triceps, chest, pretty much full body today. And then, tomorrow, I don't know. More triceps? Because I'm trying to get my triceps strong, and the thing with triceps, I'm not like just annihilating the shit out of them, I'm just simulating them to like, like I'm not going so crazy with like volume and intensity. I'm still going pretty hard, but low volume. It's like 2 sets for 2 exercises, like close group exercise, and like some overhead extension work, overhead work, because you want that stretch. Like the close group stuff doesn't really stretch it as much as like overhead does, but you can still get but you need to do both though. Like you need to just do all of it. But you can reduce the amount of volume you do. So more exercises is better, and less volume per exercise is better. And you're still getting high volume, high intensity, so it builds muscle tissue. Obviously making sure your metabolic environment is good. So things like insulin sensitivity, your cortisol, and yes, of course, testosterone and all that. So basically, but you also want to be like in an environment where you can build muscle. Like, are you like constantly stressed out? Basically, that's all that means. Is like, are you just constantly stressed out? Because cortisol actually causes insulin resistance. Cortisol, like constant, really elevated cortisol all the time, and your sympathetic nervous system is always in like fight or flight mode. These kind of things. So you want to change your mind. That's why like when people do bodybuilding, the most successful bodybuilders most of the time are people who focus solely on bodybuilding. You know what I mean? Like that's their job. They get paid to do it. You know what I mean? Like that's why guys in the semis stuff like the more like old school guys, they all have really good physiques because compared to a lot nowadays, especially in like their face, you can see in their face, like especially back then, like everybody had hollow cheeks. Actual. Have you ever been to a Diddy party before? No, I did not. And good thing I have never been to one. That would destroy my mental health. Where are you walking to? I'm just walking around town. Nowhere in particular. I'm just trying to, just getting my walking in. So, because it's good for insulin sensitivity. Would you like to go to one? No, I'm good. I know LeBron been to one, but nah, not really in the mood for a Diddy party. Or ever will be. So yeah, back to what I was talking about. So your metabolic environment, right? So just try to. That's why like people who solely focus on bodybuilding tend to have the. I'm good, bro. I appreciate it though. Um. So for Jesus Christ, for the metabolic environment, right? What you have to do, right, is solely focus on what you're doing. Most of the time. Like for me, like that's why I'm not gonna have children and things like that, or a family, because that's just not really my interest. It's just not. That's awesome, Bob. That's really awesome. But it's pretty cool. Anyways, no, but gotta make sure your metabolic environment is correct, and you go from there. Now that's step one. So that's just, like I said, making sure that all that ever means is like in a low stress environment, right? Are you constantly stressed out, right? Or an environment where you can't, like, you have no time to do, So make sure your stress is in check. All right, see you, Bob. But so next step is your hormones, right? So the most important thing is your insulin sensitivity. Metabolic environment actually dictates your testosterone, your growth hormone, and of course your insulin sensitivity. Not really the amount of insulin, but how sensitive you are to insulin. Because the more sensitive you are to insulin, the easier it is for your muscles to grow and because when you're insulin sensitive and your muscles are like constantly like absorbing every nutrient and stuff, like there's no nutrients left for your fat, so your fat starves, which causes lipolysis. And this is where body recomp comes in. So making sure you are insulin sensitive is the most important step, in my opinion, when it comes to hormones. The best way to do that is to keep your stress levels low. So, just, getting blood work done, making sure you're not in a stressful environment all the time. There's no need to be constantly stressed out. No need for it. So, it's very simple. So that's good. And then, of course, your diet and your sleep. So sleep, diet, and stress. Keeping those in check is going to be really important. I would type something in chat, but I can't. Why not? I just saw your message. And thank you for your message. I appreciate it. So it's one of those things. Yeah, so then you have, obviously, that's the thing, you want to make sure you're not deficient in anything, your sleep is on point, and your stress levels are low. That's going to create, and, what was I going to say too, and then of course in your training, right, that's going to keep your insulin sensitivity high, it's going to keep your androgen receptor sensitivity high, or higher than it usually would be, I should say, which is going to allow you for greater muscle. So, Grace Vander said, on my mama. Nice, dude. Awesome. And then the least important step in muscle building, right? So, this is, okay, not the least important, but this is the last step we focus on, right? You want to make sure you're eating a good diet, obviously, like that's already covered, but then you have then you use like insulin, like sensitivity, like boosting things like vanadium, chromium, certain, it's important to stay strong, absolutely, it's the most important thing, Well, that's the thing, guys, but make sure you're not stressed out. If you're stressed out, like constantly stressed out all the time, you're going to have a really hard time, building any tissue. So just keep that kind of thing in mind. But good, guys, insulin sensitivity, alright, if you're insulin sensitive, that's the most important thing. Your testosterone is most likely to be good, your growth hormone is most likely to be good, right? So, insulin sensitivity, it's the most anabolic compound in the body, and if you're sensitive to insulin, guys, your muscle cells are going to be in a state of growth, fat cells will be in a state of lipolysis, and you'll constantly just stay lean, big, I should say lean and muscular, right? And That is the most important thing altogether. So keep that in mind. But so it's like the basics, right? Keeping the basics in check. This is what it comes down to, right? You know, you make so all of this is diet, sleep, and exercise, or I should say resistance training, right? So then worry about the things like, oh, like maybe I could take a booster, maybe I could take something targeted, right? Instead of being like, okay, well, like why you take, you know, like for example, right? Especially for like depression, why instead of start taking like a antidepressant, right? Why don't you just take a vitamin D supplement? You know what I mean? Take vitamin D. Make sure you're taking magnesium with it. So it's these kind of things that matter. Yeah, guys. So now this is where like, but now no insulin sensitivity. Not about the amount of insulin, and say the testosterone. It's not even about the amount of testosterone. How sensitive are you to these hormones? Right, these compounds. Right. And so keep that in mind. Just don't overthink it when it comes to things like that's why but mainly insulin though. Insulin's gonna be your most important one. And yes, of course, if you are a person that takes gear, yes, you're gonna see progress, but like optimize your receptors first, optimize your response to these hormones. That's what it comes down to, you know. And the best way to do it is actually training for a period of time. Just keep training, keep eating good, take, you know, make sure you're not deficient in anything. Take supplements, right? Vitamin D, magnesium, omega-3, glycinate, of course, for magnesium, vitamin D3, and just omega-3. Right? Take like at least a gram of EPA or whatever it is. I have to do a little more research on omega-3, but take a couple grams of omega-3s daily, bro. Or if you're easier, just eat a can of sardines, right, every few days. Or a can every day. Not tuna, sardines. So, there you go, folks. Anyways, enough of the educational stuff. Let's talk about what am I doing. So yeah, guys, yeah, tomorrow I want to talk to therapists and stuff, see like I just want to get the funding so I can actually do my courses, you know, and go from there. But because that's what it comes down to, guys. Like, you know, things take time, okay? All this crap about like, oh, you know, just rush, get through. Like, don't get me wrong, make a move and stuff, but you know, do things according to the plan, right? Don't just rush. Don't spend a bunch of money and then be like, oh, I could have done it for way less. Like for me, I'm gonna do it basically for free. They're gonna fund my education, right? And I can, you know, like this year too, I'm gonna get my EBT card because I need it. You know, for somebody like me with like these mental disabilities, I need these things. You know, I try to work and stuff. Like literally, it's impossible for me to find a job. I always get treated like garbage at work. For everything, bro. Like, you know, like you know what I mean? Like, it's just a little difficult right now. Got 30 minutes of the stream, guys. Yeah, no, like, legs are actually, I have like leg veins now and stuff. Like, legs are a lot of fun to train. You know, they're a big muscle, they do a lot of work. So, you see, when I actually train a muscle and stuff, like, it builds me a habit. I'm like, okay, cool, I like to train this muscle more. You know? Like, now all the muscles in my body, it's easy for me to train them now. You know? It's effortless, my recovery's super quick. And it's just nice. But, the only thing for me, I just need to eat more food. You know? That's all it comes down to. I just need to eat more food, and go from there. Because me not eating food is just gonna halt my progress. Or not enough. I shouldn't say not eating, but the thing, right? It's not even that. Right, I just gotta eat enough food every day. That's it. It's not like I'm not eating food. I just need to eat more food. You know. So there you have it. More protein, more fat. You know, reasonable amount of carbs. You don't want to go upset obscene with the carbs. You know, but honestly, it don't matter as long as, like, for me at least, like, as long as I'm eating enough, like, that's all that matters. But I try to eat like solid quality food, so I'm not just getting a bunch of like fluff weight. I want like dry muscle tissue. So protein and fat, of course, is going to be my most important. But that's about that. Gotta go around these garbage cans. We're 5-minute daily streams, guys. This is crazy. It's freaking cold out, man. We're almost halfway into the stream. just doing another lap. Laps and laps and laps. But I don't know. I'm actually really excited to hit some back today, legs. You know what I mean? But I probably won't be able to go to the gym today. But you know, it is what it is. It's already freaking 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Also, on the bro, like, I need to get me some income. That's it, man. I gotta get my money on point. And that's it, man, because, like, at the end of the day, bro, I'm just tired of worrying about other people's finances. You know, like, my parents, bro, like they're in so much debt. Like, they're paying, like, almost, like $9 grand a month just to live. Because they have all these crazy bills. It's like, yo, maybe if you guys didn't move to Montana, you know, maybe you guys didn't. But at the end of the day, it's like, dude, you know, it's just crazy nonsense, dude. Like, crazy nonsense. Like, for example, the mortgage should be already paid off. Like, this year. Like, you know what I mean? Like, 2 mortgage payments. My dad made enough money to make literally a little more than 2 mortgage payments. Like, 2.25 mortgage payments this year alone. And we're still broke. Makes no sense. That's what I'm saying, guys. Don't get yourself in debt. Don't buy a house. Waste of time. You know what I mean? All of it's just a scam, dude. But now that people are making more money than ever, it's just one of those things where, like, you know, it's at the point where people don't really care. Like, people don't mind spending the extra money because they're making the extra money. You know, so, like, people will buy those houses. They will do these things, but, you know, I don't know, man. I'm just not really all about, like, wasting my money on, like, dumb crap. Like, dude, That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, dude, if you guys are gonna make like $700,000 in the house, you guys split, keep $350 per person, that will pay off pretty much everything, dude. Obviously, my dad just, whatever, but I don't know what's going on. I gotta get my ass out of here, though. That's the goal. I don't want to live with my family anymore. So I really did everything I did everything for them, to be honest. Not once did I ask for anything. Well, I'll be like, okay, can I have, like, for a Christmas present, I can do this as a Christmas present or something. Not all the time I ask for things like, can you buy this for me? Can you do this for me? I never ask, but I always do things for them. In the capacity I can offer. Right. Which is a pretty good capacity. I mean, I've done quite a bit, and to say, but now I'm like ready to move on, man. I've been ready. I just need to get my income right, and then move on. But I don't know, guys. It's getting a little cold out. Yo, what's up, Black? How you doing? Blackwater. What's up? What's up? "30 minutes in." Are you just walking or going somewhere? I'm just walking around. I'm just getting my daily steps in. Yeah. Yeah, not too bad, right? Just trying to get my daily steps in. So, yeah. So, I got Let's see how much is left to stream. 13 minutes. Okay. What do you think about the General Julius Caesar and his hotel casino in Las Vegas? I think it's pretty sweet, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that is a very sweet place. I would love to check out. Isn't it the biggest one? No, it's not the biggest one in Las Vegas, but it's definitely up there though. It's very, very luxurious. Definitely give it a try there. I'm kind of like lost what to talk about. Freaking dry air outside. Do you think train robbing is a good way of making money into Big 2026? Hey, perhaps. I mean, anything's possible nowadays. You have freaking AI that can, you know what I mean, like best tool, like learning tool of all time. You know what I mean? Like you can do. I mean, honestly, bro. Sure. But I don't condone it. But I mean, like, hey, it probably works. I should give it a try. Yeah, give it a try. Give it a try. My ideal weather, like 70 degrees, yeah, like 70 degrees, arid, no humidity, just 70 degrees, no wind. That's my ideal. Got 9 minutes left to stream, guys. I'm changing hands because my right hand is starting to get pretty cold. 7 minutes left to stream, guys. So I don't know what else to really talk about. You know what I mean? But not entirely sure. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start doing Minecraft streams. So I'm gonna get my OBS set up and everything. Do you think we as a society should go back using horses as transportation? No, because it's not really a humane way of like transportation. Because like horses, you know, they don't really deserve to do all that like labor and stuff, you know. So we're not paying the horses anything really, and they didn't really sign up for it. We just kind of forced them into it. So no, I don't really think it's a good way of transportation. It is unbelievably slow. And you don't know how the horses will act, you know what I mean? So like, it's all, no. Too many issues with that. But, you know, that's just kind of what it is. Six minutes off the stream. Man, it's loud outside. We got 4 minutes left to stream. Yeah. Yeah, guys, but we are reaching the end of the stream, so, just sum up everything. Try and stay instant sensitive as much as you can. So, you know, making sure stress levels are down, things of that nature. Moving on from that, yeah, just keep on trying, guys. Every day, you just put in brick by brick, you'll have a palace, right? So, there you have it. I'm gonna walk back to the house now. So, for the rest of the stream, I'm probably just gonna be silent, but I'm gonna definitely say my farewell to the stream at the end. So, yeah. Alright. So yeah guys, we're at the last one of the stream. Everybody, I appreciate every single one of you for commenting, liking. Well, I didn't get any likes this on the stream, but appreciate everybody for coming by. You know, it means the world to me. I love waking up every day and being able to do this. So, that's always pretty good. But yeah.